Of all the books in the world, the best stories are found between the pages of a passport. It is interesting to think about a passport in the sense of a storybook. For me, it is even more interesting to think about the fact that my parents were always in control of my passport, my storybook, and it was not until my study abroad experience that I took this storybook over and added more chapters of my own. My passport is a symbol of my study abroad experience. Specifically, my passport directly symbolizes me as a person and how I have transformed throughout this entire experience. For my entire life, my parents have always held on to my passport, keeping it with their own as well as other important documents. Parallel to my independence, this document was dependent upon my parents and under their watch, much like I have been for most of my life. When deciding to study abroad, this all changed. Having to renew my passport, retake my photo, work on my visa forms, all doing this on my own, gave me a new sense of responsibility for, yes, my passport, but more importantly, for myself. I started to get a feeling for what it was like to fend for myself and saw the potential risks in making a mistake and how it can impact my life. After months of preparing and getting my passport all set, it was finally time to depart to study abroad. I'll never forget the moment my parents handed me that passport covered with a brand new monogram passport holder, symbolizing sending me off on my own, yet giving me a security blanket to symbolize their love and support that will guide me and be with me at all times. At first, I felt as though I could not handle it, could not keep track of this precious passport we call life, and make sure that I thrive with it and embrace all opportunities with it. As we started to travel around Europe, my passport began to quickly get stamped with many new places as my life experiences were beginning to flourish. I began to realize that my actions and decisions are completely in my control and my parents are no longer in charge of this passport and my life. As I reflect on my study abroad experience, I now have all the experiences with me and will take this stamp-filled passport with me throughout the rest of my life endeavors. I will now keep my passport with my belongings and not hand it back over to my parents. This shows that I'm taking control of my own life, yet keeping my passport holder on and the security blanket of my upbringing and love and support from my family with me at all times. My passport, my storybook, shows change. It shows something that I feared, something that I faced, and something that I overcame. My passport shows my independence, it shows the places I've been, and it shows the person I've become. I am forever grateful for my parents and even more thankful that they trusted me in taking over this storybook, my passport, and allowing me to fill the pages with my own adventures.